Hello and welcome to Estuary Naamah's Boss Guide. This is most likely your third boss that you've come across inside of the dungeon. It's, well, a bit of a bullet hell type boss. There's only a few attacks to learn, so hopefully you can pick it up quickly and grind this one out. The attacks: she has a charge, she spins around and charges at your location. When she stops, she sends out fireballs. You can move around her while she's building up the charge, and then you need to stay clear once she charges. Watch out for the fireballs as they can catch you out, especially when other attacks are also incoming. Fireballs, or more like fire bars, but not quite. These spawn either horizontal or vertical lines. The spawn location is very noticeable and they spawn in a wave, so they are fairly easy to dodge. You can use your double jump or your dash to slide past them. Homing jellyfish. Well, they're not really jellyfish, they're more like flower buds, but they jelly around, so I've been calling them jellyfish. She stands still for a moment and she spawns into floating homing jellyfish. They aim directly for you and you need to spin kick them to kill them. Jellyfish lines. Similar to the fireballs, she spawns these in either horizontal or vertical lines, but these are hard to dodge and possibly the hardest to dodge. You can't just slip in between the jellies similar to fireballs, you have to defeat them to create a hole to get through. To do this, you spin kick and you'll clear a hole in the wall, then you'll need to jump your way through it. These are the base moves for Estuary Naamah and they are fairly straightforward. Once she hits half health, she will go into enraged mode. She spawns in 3 nightmares and these will shoot at you if you attack when you're inside their range. You can turn these off, and you do need to jump around the map to be able to get to them to turn them off. Do be careful with them as they do respawn, and remember spin kicks also count as attacks, so do be careful. If you do attack, just be ready to move. Overall, Estuary Naamah's attacks are very telegraphed. It's easy to see them coming in and what's coming next, and what makes the boss difficult is the number of attacks that can come in at once, especially when she's in enraged mode. This boss for me was one of the slowest bosses to defeat. I was taking my time, dodging, finding good windows to get damage in. I did have a death where she was only 1 or 2 hits away, but I just couldn't find a window to get in that last hit, and in classic fashion I couldn't clutch it out. There are a few tricks. You can get 15% increased damage. You can find a memory in the first room of the area if you have double jump. And you jump up onto a ledge on the top right, read the memory, and you'll have permanent damage increase. You can also damage boost if you're in a situation where you have too many attacks incoming and you know you're going to take damage. The best thing you can do is throw yourself onto the spikes. These do less damage than any of the attacks that Estuary Naamah throw out, so you'll be able to buffer through the attacks with your iframes. Also, don't forget to use the lanterns on the left and the right. You can use these to get to the middle platform if you need to. For general movement around the map, I found it was best to stay as central as possible. This sometimes meant I had to circle around either the left side or the right side of the map, but by doing this it kept the boss fairly central. This gives me lots of time to see any attacks coming in from the left or the right. Finally, if you have any traits that stop projectiles, make sure you pick them up and make use of them in the battle. And last thing is just practice. Personally, I started with mages and archers and gunslingers. This just gave me some range and helped me figure out the attack patterns and get me comfortable. I ended up actually defeating her with a sword, as I found that I was able to deal out more damage more reliably. And of course the practice did help. Of course, if you're stuck, just farm it out a little bit, increase your health, increase your damage, and level up your classes if you can. This will all help to defeating this boss. So let me know in the comments below if I missed anything, and if you had any tips or tricks for this boss. Right, good luck and see you in the next one.